Have you ever felt the tension in your business of trying to be both creatively authentic on one hand and on the other hand, feeling the pressure to actually make a living and make money from your art? Well, I'm going to talk today about why these two things are not in opposition to each other and why profit is one of the most powerful things you can build and grow in your art business today, here on 5-Minute Mentoring. Hey, my friend, so glad that you're with me today on 5-Minute Mentoring. Listen, I talked to so many artists over the years who feel this tension and feel incongruent somehow that trying to make a profit on one hand and be creatively authentic on the other are somehow not meshing, not working together. And when nothing could be further from the truth. Listen, if you're an artist who's wanting to go beyond just having a hobby, and which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with just having an art hobby. That's great. God can use you. You can have a great time. But if you're wanting to move beyond that into making a regular part-time or even full-time living from your art, you've got to begin to think about your art business in two ways. One, as an artist, the creative side of you. The other side, as an entrepreneur, because this is a business that's got to make money in order for it to be sustainable and grow. The beautiful thing about about profit is that profit begins to give us the space, the resource, the ability to grow our business and do the things that God's called us to do as artists in the marketplace. And so if you've kind of shied away from this idea of, I don't want to be profitable, I'm just trying to pay for my materials and make enough to get by, listen, you got to get rid of that, okay? Because otherwise, like I said, you have a hobby out there that can turn into a lot of your money. It can be a money pit for you. But when you learn to make profit, and when you learn to have a thriving business, now you've got a business that's not only sustaining you, but it's allowing you to grow. Now, profit does three things in a business for an artist in particular. Number one, this is the thing that I love. Profit buys time for you to be able to create. You know, when you learn to build profit into your business by the way you price and the way you make, the quality of the work that you're creating, the amount of work that you're creating, the places that you're selling it, when you learn how to do that and you start making profit, it actually gives you the ability to do the thing that you love the most, which for most artists is actually being in the studio. If you're pricing your artwork too low, then you're just on production mode all the time. You're barely making it. Maybe you're having to work other jobs just to be able to pay for your art supplies. And listen, while again, if you have a hobby and that's what you want to do, great. But if you're trying to have a business and actually grow this thing and move into it, you've got to begin to think about how to build profit into your business. I can remember for myself when I started actually building profit into my business, selling my pieces for actually what they were worth and even, beginning to raise those prices over time, I started figuring out, hey, I can make less pieces, charge more for it, and have more time in the studio rather than having to be out at shows or make a ton of production pieces or whatever it is. So profit is a huge, huge, driver of being able to have more time to create in the studio. The second thing that it does is that profit gives you options. What do I mean by that? Well, it gives you options of how you want to grow your business. One of the things people say a lot of times between having wealth and not having wealth is the ability to have or not have options. When you have wealth, when you have money coming into your business, and I'm not talking about you're dripping with diamonds. I'm just talking about you've got, money to pay all your bills with plenty left over and to do the things that you want to do to grow your business. When you've got that ability, you have options. You don't have to work 7 days a week. You don't have to work that extra part-time job. You're not slamming it at every weekend trying to go to shows just barely to make enough. You don't have to work out of your bedroom. You can have a studio space. You can get the supplies and the equipment that you need. You've got options. And you can go on vacation when you want to. It's a great thing. And then number three, the thing that really I think is beautiful about profit is that it fuels growth for your business. When you need that new equipment, when you need that new studio space, when you want to invest in those bigger shows, if you've been building profit into your business the way that you sell and price your work, then guess what? You're going to have the ability to do that and grow as God begins to bring the acceleration into your life. Pricing your art is a big deal for artists. And I've actually just written a brand new book called, guess what? How to Price Your Art. I would love to be able to get that in your hands. If you'll just click right down below in the show notes, you can find out all about this brand new book and audio book that's coming out later this year. The book is available right now. You can grab it on Amazon, and we'd love to get it in your hands. And when you do, we'll give you an invitation as well to watch my How to Price Your Art workshop, which is about a 90-minute to 2-hour workshop that I did on pricing your art. You're going to love it, and it walks you all through the details, much more in depth than I can go into here on 5-Minute Mentoring. But hey, listen, I hope that's going to be an incredible resource for you. I hope you'll consider the power of profit as you're pricing your art and growing your business. All right, till next time, I love you. And remember, you were created to thrive. Bye.